One of the worst decks in the entirety of the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise easily has to go to Yugimoto because honestly, his deck kind of sucks. With the exception of the 5 Exodia pieces, nothing in his deck really makes sense, and nothing in his deck is really formed to the point where it's actually acceptable. Yugi's entire deck seems to surround the entirety of the Dark Magician, but he doesn't have any cards in his deck that actually support the Dark Magician aside from magical hats. Literally every other card in his deck doesn't make any sense, with Beaver Warrior, Celtic Guardian, Winged Dragon Guardian of the Fortress, Silver Fang, and all these other cards that don't really make sense to be in a deck surrounded by the Dark Magician. But of course, later on down the line, Yukimoto would actually make a deck that was suitable for the Dark Magician and that would have cards to support the Dark Magician. It would be based around the Dark Magician, but by then it'd be too late because it would be a movie that would take place several years after the events of Yu-Gi-Oh! And he would already been done with the show and the Pharaoh would have been sent back to the other realm, so it wouldn't really be worth it.